What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing this evening? Hopefully, very nice and very lovely and relaxed. If you're tuning into this channel, I want to thank you for returning. If this is your first time, I want to welcome you to subscribe or like or comment on these videos. In this video, I want to discuss how to make a woman relax in her feminine. Nowadays, a lot of women have been abused flat out. Let's speak on it. Just be honest. Men are out here abusing women, whether it's physical or not. It could be mental, emotionally, financial, psychological, verbal. I mean, we we're even good guys and good men. We are might have been guilty of this at one point in time. So there's a shift in the way we got to pursue women now, as a result to the trauma that us as men have caused. I know a lot of people are going to think that it's not my responsibility to pay for what the next man did. I agree. It's not. Um, she should definitely, excuse me, do the work and heal herself before getting out there in the dating field again. But in reality, there's going to be times where you're dating a woman or you're interested in a woman that you see value in that hasn't already healed from everything that she's been through. And there's times when you go out there and you date a woman and you haven't even been healed from all the things that you've seen and you went through yourself. So it'll be pretty hypocritical for you to expect somebody to be perfect when you meet them. This video is for a man who might want to pursue a woman who has been hurt before, and he wants to reassure her that he's not going to do the same thing. And he wants her to relax in her feminine. So, excuse me. So, key number one. First, I want to point out that women that have been hurt before and abused, they tend to be more cautious with their heart. They fear rejection when they like you. They're hyper observant of everything you say and do, whether it's on social media or in person. They could tend to be overthinkers, afraid to mess things up, and are more reserved and want to be pursued, therefore desire a man who does most of the initiation in the early stages of a relationship. So there is a pace that exudes confidence, taking charge, and a perfectly balanced masculine man. He doesn't come off needy, desperate, thirsty, sex seeking, or controlling. This pace makes her relax as she grows to learn this man is about his business, focused, and can multitask when it comes to working and pursuing a woman. Keys to remember when you are trying to get a woman to relax in her feminine. Key one, texting her every single morning, good morning, is not necessary. It's not necessarily a bad thing because if she's on your mind, I always promote men do what you feel comfortable with doing. But if you're looking for any kind of pointers and you want to do things a little bit slightly different, then this video is for you. Okay. Texting every single morning isn't necessary. Because the reason why I say this is because in real life, when you have to wake up every morning and you go to work and you have other things on your mind other than texting, period, she might even be on your mind first thing in the morning. But you don't want to create a pattern early on that you'll soon have to break. Because once you conquer this woman, she becomes your woman. And then you might feel a little bit more relaxed and like, I'll get to her when I got some free time kind of attitude. And she'll see this shift in your behavior and then she'll automatically assume you only acted that way to get her in the first place. So a better approach is to just be who you really are and the way you really would do things now so that it doesn't come as a shocker later on. Now, if she does, later on tell you that she likes that, being texted every morning, excuse me, or she prefers a little bit more interaction, okay, you can go ahead and make adjustments. And if that's how you feel, and it's still done in a healthy manner. But to over pursue a woman in the beginning stages of a relationship is not healthy. You come off needy, and once you do conquer her, your behavior changes, and then that's what makes it not good. That's what makes it look suspicious. Okay, so if you already have a nice healthy pattern going on, she can relax. Um, your patterns never change. She'll be more likely to relax in her feminine. Key number two: you as a man should be moving things forward with a woman like this. She already fears rejection, so make plans and that add. You making plans add to her reassurance that you like her and you're interested in her, and she will begin to relax. So you taking charge in this situation with a woman who has been hurt before makes her relax in her feminine. She feels like, okay, your intentionality she can see, and you are consistent, and you are reaching out to her, and you are making plans, and you are guiding her into a relationship. So she can relax. She doesn't have to pursue you. She doesn't have to be the aggressor. She doesn't have to be the predator and you the prey. You're the predator and she's the prey. She can relax. She actually wants to be the prey. She actually wants you to come get her. Now, I know a lot of people out there on the internet teach you to never chase a woman and all this stuff. Well, I'm not talking about chasing. I'm talking about pursuing. It's a difference between when you think you're pursuing a woman who isn't showing you any reciprocal energy, and she's not interested in you, and she's not making herself available to you, and she's never available to talk or to go out. There's a difference when you're talking to a woman and you're texting her whenever you get a chance, and you say, "Hey, how does Friday sound for you? Can we go out?" And she says, "Yeah, sure, of course." You're pursuing a woman at that point. Okay? So you making the plans and you making the initial plans assist her in relaxing in her feminine, because she doesn't have to be the aggressor, and she doesn't have to exude any masculine traits in order to, survive in a relationship or maintain a relationship with you. Number three, have your own life gives the impression that is someone that you want and you don't need. Therefore, she's reluctant to feel possessive over you and to try to dominate you. Um, all women do have their needs as far as quality time and also, attention, but you never want to give the impression that she's the main objective in your life. Um, you want to go to work, take care of business, and you want to go to the gym, take care of business. You want to hang out with family and friends, still maintain your own life so that you're self-sustaining. That's masculine. Um, this masculine energy again is going to be something that a real woman would observe and admire, and she'll relax. You still want to. This is not to say that you want to be like completely nonchalant and act like she comes next and third and fourth to everything that you got going on. That's the quickest way to lose a woman for sure. But I feel like maintaining your own life and having a good balance going on to where you have a good work-life balance and you know how to spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, also go to work responsibly and make time for her, she's going to view you as a leader and she's going to admire that and she's going to relax in her feminine. Versus, let's paint a picture of what it looks like for you to not do that. You to be somebody who doesn't have any hobbies, doesn't have any goals, doesn't have anything going. You're going to be on her phone all day, every day. You're going to come off needy and you're going to always want to be up under her. Only type of woman that's going to enjoy you always being up under her is somebody who needs constant reassurance, constant attention and admiration, because she doesn't have any self-worth. Now, there are times when a woman is going to feel vulnerable, especially a woman that I'm mentioning right now who has been destroyed by us men, who has been abused by us men, who has been neglected and abandoned by us men. She is going to need a little bit of repair. But if you do this right and you know how to show her attention but take care of your business too, maintaining yourself and your connection or relationship or situation, friendship, whatever it is you're trying to create with this woman, it's going to allow her to relax. You know what I'm saying? In her feminine energy. Okay. Number 4, make every experience with you a good one. The memories she'll have will always be pleasant, and feelings grow in your absence because of this. You want to avoid arguing, putting her in unpleasant situations, giving her reasons to second guess your character by lying, not following through, on your word, and being inconsistent. This might sound obvious, but if you are busy and you're at work and you're in the gym and you're with family, when you spend time with her, enjoy that too. Make it an enjoyable experience. And the ways I would try to make this an enjoyable experience is I would listen closely when I do get a chance to reach out to her and talk to her. And she tells me she's never been to this restaurant on the other side of town that she was looking at. I'd probably make one of our dates that restaurant. If she tells me she's never been to a concert, I'd probably make one of our dates a concert, us going to a concert, so that these are memories that she'll have and good ones. So when you do go back to being busy and taking care of work and maintaining family and friendship and other relationships outside of yours, she'll still have good memories. So you want to be around her having a good time. You don't want to be around her arguing and fighting and lying and not keeping your word and flaking on dates and not calling her for days, especially when you said you were going to do something at a certain time and then you didn't do it. No, you want to keep your word on all those things. And once she sees the consistency in you actually doing what you said you was going to do, she'll relax in her feminine energy. She won't have any reason to nag or to be bitchy or to be upset or anything like that. She will be comfortable and she will begin to relax and she would definitely be satisfied with your efforts. Number 5, always check in with her emotionally. Ask if there's anything that she needs that she isn't getting from you at the moment without her needing to bring it up to you first. This will reassure her that you actually care about her and that she is somebody that's important to you. And then also this gives her the open mic to express herself and tell you, hey, there's it's kind of like too long of a period in between the times that I see you. We only get to see you twice a month. I would like to see you 4 times a month, at least once a week. And then you can say, okay, let me work on that. Let me see if I can carve out some time to get with you because I definitely enjoy spending time with you too. And I don't want you to feel neglected or anything like that. So let me see what I can work out. If it's at all possible, excuse me. This will allow her to relax in her feminine. She feels heard. She feels important. You're making her a priority in your busy schedule. She will relax in her feminine. Um, this will also show you, you know, once you give her the floor, if she's demanding. So, this is a side note that if she's a demanding and controlling and insecure woman, when you give her the floor and the opportunity to express herself, she's probably going to articulate some of those things, maybe not directly, but if you read between the lines, you can see if this woman is somebody that doesn't care for you maintaining your relationship with other people. She doesn't care about you making sure you're going to work so that you can be a good provider. She'd rather have you there in the physical form. Okay? She doesn't care if you're self sustaining. She wants you to be fully reliant on her. And this type of woman here is if she wants the power, she wants to dominate over you. She wants to be in a position to where if you're not in compliance with what she likes or what she wants, she can easily cancel you. And her canceling you or dismissing you or discarding you, it would be done in an attempt to gain control and power over you. Okay? So subtle things that keep her interested. And these kids sound manipulative, but trust me, that is not where I'm coming from. These things will keep her interested. Little tactics. Leaving the conversation open without closing it. What this looks like is when everything doesn't need a response. So if you are talking to her, you guys have a few exchanges back and forth via text message while you're not with her, and then you say a joke or something, or you say something funny, and then she says laugh out loud, and then you just leave the conversation open. By doing this, she can look forward to another response from you. It's kind of like leaving her on the hook a little bit, but it's not done maliciously. It leaves room for if you wanted to come back to the conversation after you're done working out or after you're done with a work or done with a client or done with a friend, then you can the conversation still open so she can be anticipating more interaction from you via text message. Versus if you close the conversation out by saying, all right, I'll talk to you later, she doesn't look forward to hearing from you anymore. And if you do reopen a conversation, although she might not be, mad that you reached out to her again, it's kind of like off-putting to a degree that you keep closing and opening conversations. You know, and it could come off a little bit needy. There's no guarantee in that one, but it's just a little tactic that kind of keeps her engaged and keeps her looking out for you, so to speak. But don't abuse this. Don't leave her on the hook for too long because she'll hang it up, hypothetically speaking. Another tactic to keep her interested is allow awkward silences around you. Don't ask her questions like, "What are you thinking?" Allow her to have a moment when she's not saying anything. This shows that you don't need constant reassurance and naturally puts you in a masculine position. Um, so you don't want to seem needy. You want to seem like you're in total control. And so allowing awkward silences and stuff like that, it might seem like, geez, she must not be enjoying herself. She must be feeling something that I don't know about, and that I want her to express herself. No, let her have those moments. If she's a big girl, she knows how to speak up for herself. She'll more than likely tell you if something is bothering her. And if she doesn't say anything, she might be over there observing you and your mannerisms and enjoying how you smell and enjoying how you feel and just going off into a daze. Or she might completely be thinking about something that has nothing to do with you. Maybe she has some papers to turn in at work and she's thinking about what time she has to end this date in order for her to do that. Allow her to have her own space, even around you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so needy and don't be so, worried or insecure about what's going on in her brain. Okay. Number 3, there's a quote that says, "Elephants never swat flies." So pretty much, an elephant is way too big to swat a fly. He probably doesn't even know a fly is around him. But this quote is pretty much implying that you want to let matters that are beneath you slide off your back. Pick your battles. Everything does not need an emotional response. Only time that you're going to see that a woman requires an emotional response out of you is if she's toxic and unhealed and unhealthy, and you actually giving her emotional response to something that she said or did proves that you care about her. A woman who is mature and emotionally stable and intelligent, she doesn't need an emotional response out of you for you to prove that you care about her. I was watching this video on social media. It was a video clip of a reality show. I don't know which one it was. I stopped watching those a while ago, and I'm not putting down reality shows because they can be interesting sometimes, but too toxic. And it's like I want to limit my capacity to intake and on that kind of behavior. But this video clip, this woman, she breaks up with her boyfriend. It's a real popular clip. And she tells him, "I think I'm going to go my own separate way." And he says, "Okay." And she's like, "That's it?" And he's like, "Yeah. What do you want? You made up your mind. Oh, so you're not going to fight for me?" And he was like, "It seems like your mind is already made up about your decision." She was like, "Oh, I guess that's it then, since you ain't going to fight for me." Okay. That's what it looks like when a woman is trying to draw an emotional response out of you. And the way he handled that was exactly how all men should handle it in under all circumstances. That's unhealthy and that's toxic. Her getting you out of your element and making you upset and loud and rowdy or worried or anxious and having anxiety attacks and stuff like that, it, that makes her feel validated and in control. And that's a manipulation tactic, regardless if she's aware of what she's doing or not. And that this is a clear sign that you are dealing with somebody who is unhealthy. They resort to unhealthy tactics. Even if they don't do it with malicious intent, it's still unhealthy and it's toxic. And it does have negative effects on you, your brain, your mental capacity, and quite frankly, is a waste of your time. Get out of there as soon as possible. Now, in closing, I wanted to say that, again, reiterating on the fact that us men, we have created this problem, but we are not the ones that need to be paying for the mistakes of a woman's past before us. But these things I just discussed here help a woman relax in her feminine energy. And she lowers these guards. If she's healthy, she will lower these guards she has up. And then once you have this woman, um, you know, in a safe place, you can proceed to have a healthy relationship, probably the healthiest relationship she's ever been in. And you yourself can too, because the dynamic has been set up properly, where you are the pursuer, you are the masculine one, and she is the feminine one. And with these keys I just mentioned, you can keep arguments at a minimum. The power dynamic doesn't shift. Um, and if it ever does, you can feel free to remove yourself. And you can be sure that you did your part. Okay. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. My name is Jerome, and this is a superb word. I'll be back with you periodically. I like to give advice to men. Women can listen if they want, because they can get a chance to see that there are men out here who are considerate of them, who are intentionally pursuing them, and they are learning how to do it in a healthy manner. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay tuned. All right.